this is what I want, my audience and listeners to know. Besides, just you as an expert tech, which you are. I mean, I give you all my guitars, you know that, and they come back to
Hmm.
me like diamonds. And
Right.
but the beauty to me is, Sammy, that the way you play. And so, I mean, for me, it's two for one. Okay, come out and help me, tech. But then, you know me, I always make you play.
Right.
You
Right.
always have to
Yeah.
play. I feel that just the way you play your emotion with my emotion are somewhat the same, but yet they're different.
Well,
When
yeah,
you
I
know what I
get it.
mean?
Yeah, no, I get it because I feel it because we do it. Yeah.
Totally.
There's guys that are out. I have a gig, you know what I mean? I
Right.
don't need like to be a guitar player,
Right.
gunslinger. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to like show up the boss, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I toured with Kev Mo, and he wanted me to tech and be in the band
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I played lap steel and dobros and mandolin, whatever he needed, to complement his stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
played it and did the guitar teching. There was like 30 instruments, but I never once thought, well, let me show up the boss. You know what I mean? I don't do that. You know what I mean? It's like I see
Totally.
guys come in and do it all the time. I see
Totally.
guitar players come in and they get fired because they don't realize that Steven Seagal, the guy's the boss.
Totally. Totally.
You don't shred on him
No.
and make him
No.
look silly.
Totally.
So
And
the same, yeah,
totally. Yeah, I was talking to Stephen Ferroni yesterday.
right.
Steve, our friend.
Oh yeah,
He was out with Tom Petty. He had a break, so we did his little chat with me, and he said something to me that I just thought was so prolific, like you're saying too. That like me too. When I jam with people, it's not trying to burn somebody down. I'm trying to experience that
hmm,
sensation between two guitar players that we can
right,
play, yeah, that we can play together and take it
right,
somewhere together on a journey, not how many
right,
notes you can play or this and that. I ain't interested in that, man,
right,
at all.
right.
I mean, you can shred. I've heard you do it. I can burn it down when necessary,
Sure.
but it's like our friend Billy from Gibbons. You know
Hmm.
how he does it, Sammy. One note is better than 20.
Yeah.
For
He
Billy.
always plays what's right.
Oh my God. I love Gibbons, which brings me to the Gibbons story with you. So, which is so crazy, folks. I'm sitting in Hollywood, Florida. I haven't seen Sammy in years. I was working for them
Probably 20
at
years, maybe.
least, and I
Yeah,
hadn't
yeah.
seen you. And I'm at the Hard Rock, and all of a sudden, I went to see ZZ Top because I love Billy Gibbons. All of a sudden, this guy comes out, and Billy goes, "Yeah, I'd like to introduce you to the best guitar tech in the world." And you started walking out, and before you got out there, I said to Britt, "That's Sammy." And Britt looks at me and goes, "Oh, Micki, don't think that you know everyone all the time and
Right,
know
right.
everything." I go, and right before that, I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay." And then Gibbons goes, "Mr. Sammy Sanchez."
Right.
Remember that, man?
Yeah, I remember I turned around and you were there.
Yeah, and I floored it backstage, and I saw you, and I hadn't seen you in so long. And to make this the long story short, you are the one that introduced me to Billy Gibbons that got my relationship.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had breakfast with
that's
him next
right.
morning.
And Billy was in his
Well, no,
pajamas.
I was having lunch with you, and
Yes.
then Gibbons called and then he said, "What's with this character, Mickey Free?" And I said, "You saw his picture downstairs?" And he goes, "Yeah, I saw that snake guitar."
Yeah,
He said,
man.
I want one of them snake guitars." And then I said, "I only made one, and Mickey's got it."
That's right, baby. And
And
for
then so he goes, "I want you to make me one." I never did make him one, but anyway, he's that we had breakfast with him, and I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna have breakfast with him this morning. You want to come?" And he said, "Yeah, man." So he comes down in his
yeah,
typical pajamas.
totally.
He's like a Howard Hughes, like a rock and roll Howard Hughes,
Right?
always wearing his pajamas with his over with a sports coat on top of it,
Always, but always the
with
dapper
all his
gentleman
jewelry and
with
everything
all his
in his
jewelry.
pajamas.
But it turned into that introduction
Right,
to with me that
right,
you made has turned into a really groovy relationship between me and Gibbons, which I
yeah.
because of you essentially, and then
Then you guys went to the Bahamas, and I couldn't go
and you
because I had to
couldn't.
come home and
That's
get a
right.
divorce, and I was doing court. No, man,
Oh
I
my
wanted to go
God.
too.
I know, man. I know. But we've had so many great times, you and I,
Hmm.
throughout our whole careers and what we've done. And, when I was thinking of guests and people to chat with on Mickey's Free Ride, besides like the superstar players and stuff that we know that
Hmm.
I've hung out with, I had to call you, man, and talk to you because you have all the inside of all of us players, and you're a great guitarist as well.
Well, thanks.
Of course, Sammy. But better than that, we're like family, and you know that, man. We're brothers.
Right.
We're
Oh
brothers.
yeah.
I mean, when I come to LA and when we're hanging, first stop is Mr. Sammy Sanchez's place because we're
Right.
doing Coronas and we're having some real Mexican food, baby.
That's right.
Right, right. And we're
That's
hanging,
right.
yeah, man. And then then we're jam. We always ended up with a jam,
Hmm.
and then we hug and cry like big babies, and then you go on your merry way, and then I'm always on the phone and hitting you and texting you, Sammy, where are you? And you're out with George
Yeah.
Benson, and you're in Japan, and but you always answer me, Samuel. I love you,
Yeah, man.
man. Yeah,
Love you too,
I
bro.
love you, dog. Well, thanks
Yep.
for talking to us, Sammy, on Mickey's
Yeah,
Free
man.
Ride
Anytime.
93.9 The Mountain. I want you to be listening because it's all about you on this show, Sammy. I love you, brother.
Love you too, bro. I'll
Okay,
talk to
man.
you
All
soon.
right, Sammy. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.